Good afternoon to the citizens of St. Bernard. It is Tuesday, August 25th. We got some updates that we want to get out to the citizens, and we want to thank everybody for their prayers. It looks like that they have worked here in St. Bernard Parish, and we're going to continue to pray for those in Southwest Louisiana and Southeast Texas as Laura approaches their coast, possibly as a Category 3. So our thoughts and prayers are going to be with them over the next few days. But here in St. Bernard Parish, we wanted to make sure we got out a few messages to you. Our government complex, the courthouse, the sheriff's department, everyone will be up and 100% operational Wednesday morning, back to normal. Our garbage pickup will resume, basically has resumed today, and we'll continue with that until further notice, I guess until the next hurricane approaches. Highway 46, we have a great number of boats, trailers, RVs that are sitting on the emergency lane in the westbound lane, and people have got to high ground. We want to appreciate their efforts for preparing for the storm. We're going to ask that you keep those assets there for at least another day, and we will put out a press release on Facebook and to the media when we think it's safe to bring your assets back outside of our levee system. Right now, they are projecting 3 to 5 feet surge from Laura. The water today currently is going out, which is a good thing. It's receding, but 3 to 5 foot surge, we can handle that, especially Laura going so far to the west. We here at parish government are going to stay vigilant. We're going to monitor this storm and make sure that there are no changes. If there are, we're going to come to you quickly. We're going to continue to have the pumping stations that we secured from the state, the portable pumps, in place until further notice. And we want to thank the CPRA and the governor's office for securing those pumps for us. It gives us a peace of mind and knowing that we can get our commercial fishing, our recreation fishing up and going sooner rather than later after a storm. Our sandbag operations will continue today until there's no more sand. Remember, at the end of today, if we dispense with all of the sand that we have at the 10 locations, we will have over 35,000 sandbags that our community prepared for themselves. We're asking our community to keep those sandbags through hurricane season. We will not be able to do this many sandbags every time a storm comes through. So please keep your sandbags ready at least until the end of the hurricane season here in 2020. That would be a great help for future operations if we need to do that. At Highway 46, our Sheriff's Department will continue to man that station to do the best that they can to make sure that your property is safe as it sits inside the levee system. And remember, we're going to come back to you to let you know when it is safe to get your vehicles back to your place outside of the levee system. So please stay tuned for those updates. Our floodgates here in St. Bernard Parish, and let's talk about the highway gates first. Bayou Road at Highway 300 in Verret, and the floodgate at Highway 39 at the Plaquemines Parish, St. Bernard Parish line will reopen today at noon. Our sector gates at Bayou Bienvenue, Bayou Dupree, and Carnarvon will be opening soon. We really don't have that information for you today, but keep an eye on the media reports from Southeast Flood Protection Authority to let you guys know when those gates are going to be opening. We think they're going to start opening sometime tomorrow. That would be Wednesday or Thursday. So please keep on the lookout for that, and we will get that information out to you as soon as we hear it from Derek Bass at the Southeast Levee Protection Authority. We want to thank Derek and those guys at the authority for delivering 3,000 sandbags to St. Bernard to make sure that if we had any thought of overtopping our ring levees outside of the levee system, that we had them to protect those communities in the outlying areas. So thank you again to Derek and the guys at Southeast Levee Protection Authority. All right, we talked about that. I want to thank all of the elected officials that contacted us here at St. Bernard Parish. When these things happen, you need engagement from people who matter, right? So we've received phone calls from Senator Cassidy. We received phone calls from Congressman Scalise, from Lieutenant Governor Billy Nungesser, from State Senator Sharon Hewitt, all making sure that St. Bernard Parish had the resources that they need to flood fight for this storm. In the end, we didn't need it. Like I said earlier, our prayers are working. I truly believe in that. But knowing that we have engagement from all of the people who matter that can help St. Bernard citizens in time of need, it's refreshing to know that they're worried about you and they're ready to act on your behalf. And to the community, we had a great community involvement during this storm in preparation. People say that, you know, we don't know what's going to happen the next time. These storms didn't have any effect on St. Bernard, and look at all the work that we did. I don't believe that. You know, the community spirit that we seen in St. Bernard Parish, just at the sandbag stations, firefighters, parish employees, and citizens coming together and helping our neighbors. So many citizens filled more sandbags than just for themselves. They filled them for their neighbors. So we have that in us, and we need to continue that spirit in our daily lives every day. And I want to thank our citizens for their involvement and helping one another, because that's what these situations are all about. We talked about our sector gates. Anything else on flooding, John? All right. So that's it for Marco and Laura. Remember, over the next few days, we're going to be monitoring that situation and making sure that you are going to be safe from these storms, and we're going to be looking to the future to make sure that we monitor our hurricane season. That's what we do here, right? And especially in 2020, we need to be prepared for everything. So as I finish up here today, let's talk about COVID a little bit. We've been doing great here in St. Bernard Parish. We've had some COVID cases throughout St. Bernard. People are now seeing friends and family come down with COVID-19. The numbers are still very, very low here in St. Bernard. Any COVID case that has to be hospitalized at our local hospital, they are transferring those patients to the main campus at Jefferson so that we can keep our hospital COVID-free. So those operations with COVID-19 are ongoing. The governor just made an announcement this morning that he's going to make an announcement extending the phase 2 with the current restrictions before August 28th, right, which is the deadline for the current order. So we believe that it's basically going to be the same going forward. For how long, we don't know yet. But I wanted to make sure that we talk to and explain to the citizens of St. Bernard Parish that it's so important, excuse me, it's so important to heed the advice of all of our officials as we move forward with COVID-19. As we see more friends, more family members come down with this disease at differing levels of sickness, really. It's different in a lot of different people, and it just gives you pause. So just like the community spirit that was shown at our sandbag stations, everyone getting their assets out of the outlying areas, we need that same community involvement in this COVID-19, and wearing masks when you cannot socially distance, to socially distance, and make sure that we don't participate in large gatherings. So we want to thank all of you again, and God bless the citizens of St. Bernard Parish.